Molotov here for Nifty, so it's going to be the B play, and he'll try the Molotov goes straight out there onto Connector, and already Automatics deep in there, taking all the heads. Can there be another one here? He's got a reload in as well. Another head indeed for Automatic, and there's no one left, James. No one.
You're a liar. There's one person left.
There's one left.
His name is JKS, and he's got a kill. He's got the one kill. He's got Donglers. He's got the kit, but he's got no armor.
There's no one left, James.
Now there's nobody left. Everyone's been eliminated. Whatever else you want to call it. I can't think of anything else.
Eliminated.
They've been flushed out. They've been flushed down a toilet. Do they have U-bends in America? We have U-bends in our toilets. I'm not sure if they have them here. In the lavatories.
I have not investigated yet.
I haven't seen a U-bend in America. I don't think I've ever seen a U-bend in America.
A U-bend in general, or in a toilet?
Yeah, for those of you lovely North American viewers who weren't tuned in earlier, you have to tweet Yanko and explain what custard is. Because
so
he doesn't know. I think he knows what custard is, but like if he saw it,
it's my favorite
not by the
filling
English
donuts,
name.
Man.
What?
It's my favorite donut filling. It's custard.
That's weird, man.
Why?
I mean, like,
Why is
how
that
can
weird?
you over jam? That's
Is this like mustard with a C?
No.
See, producer Patrick agrees with me.
What?
Producer Patrick just said he agrees with me. Custard's the best.
You guys are
donuts.
weird. If you have like let's say, a particular type of cake, you might put custard on top. You might put cream on top, cold, but custard would be warm. For example, I'm not trolling, right? There is this cake called Spotted Dick, and you'd have custard with it, and it's quite nice. You're such a child, Yanko.
I've never ordered something that's called Spotted Dick.
We should next time you're in England.
Dick.
Next time you're in England, we'll get you some Spotted Dick and custard, and you will have a gay old time.
Definitely not.
That's a nice anti-eco round from Cloud9. Only the one kill for Renegades in 2 rounds so far.
I'm going to find out
the
what custard
AKs
is made out of. Sorry.
What?
I'm going to find out what custard is made out of so I can tell him.
But it's not really a list of ingredients which is going to help. It's more the description of the... Well, maybe the ingredients will help in aiding the understanding of what custard is. Renegades with 5 AKs and a few flashes and a few smoke grenades. Will this be a fast round due to a lack of utility? You do wonder if T sides with not many grenades feel a sense of urgency. And now you see that patented aggression from Cloud9. And I feel like this had part of... this had a lot to do with how they managed to lose Train to Luminosity, who were playing extremely passive before they had a conversation with each other. 3 kills flying through for both teams. 2 versus 2, a minute 20 on the clock. The bomb still in control of the T's, but Team Main isn't. Where is the bomb? That's the question for Cloud9. Skadoodle backing up towards Azza. And Azza will be on the superior edge of the smoke. Nexa with the bomb, 12 HP. Stu2K is headed in the right direction, but he spotted the wrong player. That's information for the team.
Did Azza realize he was getting shot at? Like, why? In that case, Nexa should just rush out Ivy, go and plant the bomb, but seems like he was unaware of that little situation. Instead, Nexa is going all the way out of team mid, but Stewie gambling that they're going to go towards the B bomb site. Not going to be the case. Will he be fast enough on the flank? That is the question.
On the flank.
He's bound to make a sound. That's a problem.
Oh no, 18 seconds, and Nex is in the wrong position. Unable to get to cover before Stewie charges out and does Stewie things. 6 kills for Stewie, off to a good start.
That's one of those situations where you're being way too passive in a 2v1. Like, Nexa has the bomb, and at that point, like, you're playing so scary, you're allowing him to flank. It's better for Nexa to take the risk and go for the plan. That way, if he dies, Azza at least knows where Stewie is, right? Nexa is low HP anyway. He can go for the duel or go pick up the bomb and still have a good chance in the 1v1. This way, they just waited for so long, they got outflanked completely. Still know how Azza didn't realize he was getting shot at, but we have an Ivy push from the Renegades on the eco round. They get the kill on Shroud, but nothing is there to mop up, and Automatic gets the last kill.
Man like Jordan Gilbert.
So just 1 kill for Renegades, but now they're back on the buy round. AWP for Nifty got dropped by Nexa, so Nexa won't have any nades, but the rest of the team will have full utility. Let's see what they decide to go for now. They really need to stop the bleeding here. Cloud9 racking up a lot of money and all around.
It's fast inner control from Renegades. Nifty immediately facing the angle. I'm not sure if I heard a flash actually go off. Again, it's interesting the metagame with concerning that, whether you do the flash or not. As a lot of players are waiting for that flash these days, on the CT side that is, before they peak, as it's so common. And Cloud9, they just play pretty passively right now. They're waiting. They have one player, halfway down towards Ali, actually taking a poke now, maybe. Actually, yes, indeed. Automatic goes through the smoke, and he's found himself an interesting bit of information. There's no one here immediately, but there are players coming. They're walking all the way. Oh, and there's the face. There's the info. Can he get out of dodge in time? Might not be able to, and he's going to have some teammates come and help him. He's going to go and commit himself towards the frags. Can't get anything. Nexa with the follow-up onto Shroud, who was there trying to help Automatic, but perhaps Automatic was always going to die.
The flash was too deep. The flash went behind the sand bin or whatever that green box is. So no one was flashed at all. And then Shroud ran to his death as well. So Renegades have a great opportunity to get their first round on the board due to fail flash. Fail flash could be the new fail fish. I was never a fail fish guy myself, but enough about fish. Stewie on the B bomb site with the AWP, focusing on the low ground, and he can get a good snap on people coming lower. There he goes, waiting for the flashbang himself. Just as you mentioned in a similar scenario, but he's only good for one frag. He's still on the high ground. I'll take him down, and that puts Cloud9 in a pretty bad spot. They've got cash though, nothing with almost 7k in the bank, so they can go and try and do at least as much damage as possible.
No, nothing's just going in there. I like that, the flash coming in from his teammates. Skadoodle, who is further behind. Nothing, gets himself another kill. Lots of pressure added on. Oh, that's a stunning shot there from Skadoodle. Finding the player up high, Nifty going down, and in the flames, Yustillo will burn. And that's the defuse. Fantastic clutch coming out of Nothing and Skadoodle there. Nothing very confident and committed as he ran down the lines into the defusing situation. Really impressive stuff.
I've got to say, that was outstanding play from the two of them. And this is a pretty nice shot from Skadoodle, but also, considering how far ahead Nothing is, he's around the CT end of the bomb site, but Skadoodle is throwing flashes for him over 3 trains. And like that communication is awesome, because you don't really see that on retakes from CTs so often. So very good coordination between the two players to clutch that round for their team. That is really sick stuff.
And again, Nothing has mechanically been very good recently. Been very, very sharp, I would say. And perhaps that plays into some of the confidence we see out of him there. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Renegades now in a predicament. They're 5-0 down. This round looking to pressure Ali. Shroud there with a timely incendiary. And they'll try to run through. Good spray. That's a lot of damage. And 3 kills going his way. Triggering the push from Team Main. But looks like Nothing is ready for that one. Picks up a kill. Azza, the only man left, walking through a smoke. Never want to be in this position. He might find himself the back of Nothing, though. Automatic was there.
You know what that round was? Round 5. Not this round, the round prior. It was a show of strength. It was like North Japan, Korea. It's like North Korea firing missiles into the Sea of Japan. That's what I was going with that. It's a show of strength, man. That 2v5 or 2v4, whichever it was outstanding. That was awesome.
North Japan, like East Korea. Well, I remember hearing someone talking about East Korea once.
Oh yeah, well, who was that?
It was, I don't want to say.
Yes, you know, but you don't want to say it. Who was
Do you
it?
remember when we went to Cologne, James? We did that. Gamescom.
Oh yes.
I
know it. I know who it was.
Who was it?
I'll tell you.
Who was it?
I'll tell you afterwards.
Who was it? Who was it? The stream wants to know as well. If you want to know who was it that said East Korea, tweeted Dan James now. Do it now.
Do it now.
North Korea, East Korea. That was exemplary.
I had to make a custard versus jam filling for your donut poll on Twitter later.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, you can't touch jam, man. Custard is perverse.
So who else
in
is
that
perverted like me?
implementation.
I need to find out.
That implementation of...
You also had a couple of great broccoli tweets, Dan, in your time.
I know broccoli is the best vegetable It's cruciferous. Right, we got the smokes coming out of Renegades here onto the A bomb site, cutting off all those lanes, all the vision. But nothing is going to shoot over the smoke. He's going to find himself kills regardless. Bomb is not able to go down just yet, but the trades are pretty good here from the T side. Renegades doing a lot with little, and the bomb will eventually make it down. Although JKS will also go down. That bomb is now ticking away, and as a he's going to find himself a headshot onto Stewie, and Skudil has a USP. He has a USP.
You know, I have to say, I thought Skudil would be in a lot of trouble there because AWP versus Tech9 at close range. I don't fancy the AWP, but he had the presence of mind to pull out the USP and shoot him straight in the head. GG's! And I do wonder, yeah, he took the Tech9, and he has thrown automatic and AWP. Skudil with $12,500. Will he buy a second one? I mean, he's not going to be rifling, so I guess the answer is yes. And indeed he will. 7-0, double locks coming out for Cloud9, changing up the game while they're still ahead of Renegades. Nifty going straight into A. I mean, this is a rifle play rather than a sniper play, but he's got a tight angle. He has a tight angle towards Ivy, but it's been a two-man Ivy push, so he's going to be entertained for a while. This is going to really kill some time for the T side. That is a great crossfire, but automatic forced into the angle. I like the setup from Cloud9. It kind of reminds me of some of their plays with Skadoodle in the mid of Cash, where they just send him to look through into T warehouse with support from a rifler. 2 versus 4 now. Azza. Wow, okay. 2 versus 3, but the bomb is in T spawn. The bomb is literally in T spawn. He's still sent back to retrieve it. Really awkward when you have to go and give up a bunch of map control to rescue the bomb. And that's not normally where a bomb is left, so yeah, and in the meantime, Azza gets taken down, so it limits how they can use their numbers together, what few they had. He's still alone. There is a triangle of Cloud9 players. And the forecast is bad.
He still has had some really amazing clutch moments in the past, which really surprised me and made me feel very good as to his potential and how his career could pan out. But he's not had of late the best showings. I think he's been a bit up and down. I feel as though his ceiling is a lot higher than some of his performances may suggest. So perhaps just trying to find that consistency, that era of his development, which allows for him to consistently hit his highs. Because I think they're pretty solid.
Yeah, Yustilo is a beast. In the meantime, we have 3 AWPs from Cloud9 looking to use and abuse these Renegades players. Cloud9, a full utility, will just be lining them up. Flashbang from a teammate, and Stewie will start to back off, but he has Skadoodle for support. He can watch the higher or lower area from Connector. It used to be higher, then it started being, the Connector guy would start focusing on the low position, but indeed, Skadoodle is back on the high. Stewie very far away from the flashbang, so even if they were to throw a flash down a ramp, he would probably be able to see and shoot anyway. 1 minute 10 for Renegades to find a nasty surprise waiting for them. That said, they still got loads of utility.
I mean, they're just waiting around, but Cloud9 isn't spending their utility. They're still saving the incendiaries, so I'm afraid that when the execute actually comes in for Renegades, they are going to take a lot of damage from those nades.
Good start there for Cloud9. Stu with a pick off early. More to be in store. There's another one. Good flick shot. Oh, what is going on right here? Nothing is just very close. And he's going to take down 2 players with this flank. And oh man, Defuse coming in. JKS will stop it for now, but there's still a bunch more players where that came from. Good long range spray down as he'll try to at least fake the repositioning. And Defuse comes in again. Surely JKS can't get much more out of this situation, and indeed, he will be shut down and the 3 ops will be retained by Cloud9 as they pick up the round. And it was almost a flawless round, to be honest.
I don't really understand this call from Renegades. They did not put any pressure. They did not apply any pressure on the map except taking the holes on B, and then they just tried to walk out upper. I mean, why would there not be a player watching that? I'm not sure if they maybe threw something outside, like on yards, some of their utility, a smoke and a couple of flashes, maybe hoping that's going to pull the rotation of the B player towards outside, but that was just seemed like a poor execute from them. Didn't really have a chance.
You can see Cloud9 they are playing with full freedom as well. There's 5 of them alive, and I think it was Nothing who was defusing the bomb with no cover whatsoever. They just going for it, who cares? That's a nice shot from Stewie, in the face no less, and Skadoodle on the high ground as well. This is a great opportunity actually for Skadoodle to be, to mess around with some more aggressive plays, peeking with his teammate. And again, Renegades disabled very, very early indeed, and they are seemingly at the mercy of their opponents at the moment. And again, I think it was fair to expect Train to be a tough map to play Cloud9 on.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is, they're just having so much fun with it, and they're really firing off individually so well. And some of the clutches that they won, for example, the Nothing and Skadoodle one, that really, I think, hurt desperately for Renegades. A round that they should really be winning, but get that individual performance shutting it down. And another round where they lose 2 players straight away. It's very hard to, on Train, actually do something when that's happened and you haven't gotten anything out of it. And it's frankly must be somewhat demoralizing as well. We'll have to see if Renegades can find a way to bounce back, if they'll use any more timeouts to help them in that regard. And one AWP has been discarded for an AK. Going back to just the measly double up, only 2. Automatic also hitting some nice shots for the off.
So 10-0 Renegades on the buy between buys, so to speak, with Tech9s and some armor here and there, readying for a full buy either way in the following round. Nice pop flash from Nothing, and he's hunting these players. JKS goes back close enough for the one tap with the Tech9. The bomb's got to get planted, but it's about winning the round, and ideally all the remaining ones for Renegades. They need 5 from 5. We have nothing on the board just yet. Retake with the AWPs, I was going to say, would be very difficult, but now it is a 2-1-2. Skadoodle still with the Tech9, and now it's Stroud alone, but he can't do it. Renegades get their first round on the boards, but they need more than 1. Skadoodle almost losing money at this point. He'll be happy to spend some finally. Had about $14,000 in the bank and drop one for Automatic, who was pretty low. And Cloud9 returns to some normalcy.
Well, I guess we'll see about that, to see what sort of plays they're up to in this round. Does look normal at the moment, that's for sure. No aggression towards any particular avenue, but here comes a jump across. Ooh, not quite catching it. Skadoodle is going to miss that one, but that's okay. The information's there. The re-peek is caught by Nifty. Baited, perhaps, by that run boost across. And it'll be interesting to see how the repositioning works here for Cloud9. Obviously, Ali is of great concern. But, Renegades, this is always a possibility. The smoke goes down, and Renegades just disappear from that position. So looking to capitalize upon their 5 versus 4 advantage by tossing the smokes into that A-bomb site and going for the push.
A lot of people going to be coming through main, it seems. Cloud9 with very forward positions towards B. Automatic and Stewie maybe quickly on the flank. Nothing, holding his ground around the site, just bouncing around, picking up the AWP. Lost by Skadoodle, spots a player on the upper ground. Next will give him another opportunity, and Nothing will not miss. Pot shots through the smoke, trying to buy time for his team. Making quite a nuisance of himself, and indeed, the flank is finally coming in. Stewie is by connector, but Pop Dog is where Automatic will soon appear. And now it's Automatic versus 3, but no, it will be a consecutive round for Renegades. They avoid being reset, they survive with 3 players. And there have been some expensive rounds for Cloud9, so the money will quickly be limited, but they will be on the buy once more. So we'll see what change in approach Cloud9 have. Will we see a Mag 7 perhaps? No, the CZs will be fine for the CT side. 2 CZs, 3 M4s. So we'll see if Renegades can continue these winning ways. You see the bait set up already from Cloud9 on Ivy. It's often checked for now these days. And the T's will have an advantage peeking that corner, should they get that far.
Will Cloud9 give anything away? Renegades are looking for it. They would love that to be the case. But it doesn't appear that Cloud9 are going to do that just yet. They may do a flash play here with Automatic, but he's going to back away actually. Then creeping amongst the smoke, trying to get behind. Sneaky play is not going to work out for him here. Now Nexa looking over the smoke. They surely will check Automatic's position. I'd be quite surprised if that was not the case, and indeed checked Shroud there to trade. Shroud has a lot more work to do here. He's also got to worry about that push on the T main area, and it's going to be the fall, or rather the downfall of him, as now the Renegades players look to close down the round of the advantage gained. 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That's something.
I've noticed that Nexa has a habit of pulling his knife out a lot. Like after he gets a kill there, he immediately pulls his knife out. He tries to use it to get some extra velocity as much as possible, but there are some scenarios where that's going to get you killed. Case in point, unable to fire a gun because of the Q button when the trade fragger pops out. So that's a niggling habit to get rid of. So, Renegades are in a pretty good spot to get 5 rounds now, because there's no cash, as you can see there, thanks to glorious observer Sliggy. Man like Sliggy.
It's nice M4.
Decimator. I'm not too familiar. Eco territory. But Stewie, well, I say that, but Stewie's got a gun. At some point there will be a song called Stewie's Got a Gun, where in rounds like this he will be savaging people, because he is a mentalist as far as Counter-Strike goes. Aggression pretty much guaranteed all your money back. Nifty will be waiting for it, however, with the AWP. In the meantime, Nexa moving forward very quickly. There's 1 kill for him, and he'll back off. Happy with that. Has a clearing nothing out round a pop dog in the meantime. Skadoodle with the Deagle in upper B. But the question is, where is Stewie? That's what everybody wants to know.
Here he comes. Plant for, well, visible to Ivy, now not so much anymore. Oh, this is cool. Boost over the top. Can he find anything here? Up on top of the boxes. Oh, that's a shame. Nexa is quick, very quick. Automatic trying to get the gun. And he does actually pick it up. So Stewie's M4 lives on for the time being. Perhaps Automatic with a careful. I can get a frag here. Yes, he will. JKS is dead. But he's been discovered now, so he's going to have to try to play a dangerous game to survive. Pistol comes out, but not quickly enough. 4 rounds for Renegades. And suddenly showing up after a very bad half. They are turning it around as best they can to scrape together perhaps 5 rounds.
Skadoodle surely goes AWP no Kevlar. Surely, there we go. It's a good map for that, as far as grenades are concerned. So we'll see if Renegades can get their 5th round on the board. They did well to break the money of Cloud9, but the money is finally back for the most part. That is not a good start. Shroud taking JKS out of the game early. 3 players headed towards the B bomb side. These smokes may entertain them for a while. As I say that, of course, they will merely walk through the smokes, and there are no Cloud9 players there with which to engage. Nifty waiting for Skadoodle to move into an unfavorable position, down to the 3-on-3. There's a flank coming in from Automatic in a while, and Shroud is making his way towards the alternate side of CT spawn into B. Getting some nice tags onto Nexa, but he's still got more than half his health. Nothing in the meantime, taken down by Azza around the smoke, and now that flank will start to come into play.
Shroud wins the battle, and with it, hope restored. With that frag, it looks quite good, and all of a sudden, everyone is dead. And Cloud9, they've stopped Renegades' streak of rounds, and they'll claim the very last one for the first half. Still going to be, oh, actually it's very close, just about making it in time. Still going to be very difficult for Renegades. They really, really need this pistol, desperately so, to start off their CT side, not only well, but with money, because money is quite a big deal. You really want to be able to play your optimal game straight away and, you know, get the AWPs out, get the maximum utility out. But obviously if they're forced into a spot where they lose the pistol and then they maybe have thinking about force buying and so on, it's just their margin for error will be suddenly very slim. So we'll see whether or not they're able to do that. We've got the smoke Molotov from Skadoodle, which really suggests the inner play, and we'll see if that is the case.
Next with the somewhat standard smoke diffuse kit for the CT side on train. 4 people in A around the back of the bomb site for the CTs. They will get somewhat split thanks to that smoke. Nifty, he's got the range, he's got the patient play, but he's not getting any kills this yet, and he's being outnumbered. Does he go through the smoke to join his teammates? That might be the best play at this point. No, he's going to stand his ground and get taken down by nothing. That's a great shot from Skadoodle on the flank that Isillo was trying to go for. So this pistol round not really working out for Renegades at the moment. Skadoodle running out of bullets as it gets taken down, leaving JKS in the pop dog, and that's going to be a triple pick, and it could even be a quadruple one. Shroud will finish things off for a 12-4 scoreline. Cloud9 take the pistol.
Well, bad economy for them then. So that was what I was afraid of, for them at least. And it will be the force buy. We see Astillo already just grabbing a scout. There's pistol armors coming out. Only Nifty saving for an AWP. Everyone else buying fully. And they really have a lot of hope to just win this round outright. Just try to get it going straight away. And so curiously, I'm wondering about the anti-eco round, anti-force buy round. Well, looks like we'll get some players just running out into the A yard, which carries a lot of risk, especially with the scout out in play. But Skadoodle will get rid of that. That's nullified.
The Deegs. See if they can get any more work done. No, too many numbers, not enough positions, leaving Nexer alone. Not much to lose. He could try to save his Kevlar, although anything he could pick up in this round would probably be a bonus for him going into the next one. Well, the buy round that is, but for now he will be just quietly hanging out in CT spawn, inviting a T to go too far into uncharted waters. I think he's landed on India, but in fact landed in America. 13-4 will be the score. Cloud9 looking unstoppable on train at the moment. They got the first class cabin booked out. And right now Renegades are serving the food and drinks. USP round, cameo appearance from Nexus Deagle. Nifty will have the AWP in the next round. He's got his 3450 in the bank. Other than that, let's see how much damage Renegades can do. If they are able to mount a comeback later on, then any kills Nexus gun can yield will certainly help in the long run. And it is a very long run. Some might say it's a marathon.
I like the molly and smoke combo that we're seeing from that. You also use that molly smoke combo on the pistol actually. It's quite a nice one. Block off alley, block off any players playing around. The bomb train kind of forced them further behind the bomb train. Okay, 14-4, 2 rounds to go for Cloud9, and they can make quick work of Renegades on map 1. And I think it's Cash that's next. It is indeed, and that would be Renegade's choice. But let's see if they can stay in train for a longer period of time. Let's see if they can actually create some kind of comeback. We've got Nifty on the AWP and limited amount of grenades, but they should be all right. We'll see how they try to compensate for the lack of nades. Nifty looking for that pick. Ooh, this is a very fast push. Hearing the running, Nifty turns around, swipes away Stewie. Can't miss that shot. 3 players dead in a blink of an eye. And now it's just JKS. What the hell's just happened?
Bloody hell. Cloud9 just, I think they're just too on fire on an individual basis. That was a really unfortunate shot from Nifty, but even I don't know if the player who killed Nifty killed anybody else, but I mean, outside of that kill, the frags just come raining in for Cloud9. That said, JKS is in a position to win now. He has automatic or nothing, heavily tagged, and they'll be very afraid of grenades, or the HE has been deployed, the bomb has been collected. They can go for the safe plants. I think, is he slightly exposed? He's facing, and there we go. He's going to get maced, leaving automatic, the only person we can see in this round for the T side. JKS got to be careful. Oh, yeah, automatic. Not enough health. Manages to survive for his team. 1 versus 3 for JKS. Defuse will come in, pick up the AWP as well, and he will try to collect anything else that might be lying around. Any grenades, anything at all. I think I saw a kit somewhere else, but as long as the defuse comes in, it's all good in the hood.
One thing that's not good though is that Cloud9 have plenty of cash to buy, even though it's their first loss. They got the bomb down. They killed 4 players from Renegades, so this AWP stays really critical, and the pressure is really badly on the economy of Renegades. Obviously, they can't really lose any rounds anyway, but still, were they to lose this one, they don't even get a real good chance on that last round potentially. So Cloud9 should realize this. And we see some very fast plays from them. Looks like this round might be similar. Skadoo goes straight out there, looking for an aggressive peek. Now if he picks one of these shots up, this will be devastating. Does he see his reticle is, or rather the scoped vision is just enough for the player on top of the train. The flick is in, it misses. And meanwhile, Nifty Ustillo dealing the damage, forcing the hand of Cloud9 to go in. And it's not pretty for them.
They've still got a chance, but Stewie needs to do a lot with all of 15 HP. Stewie and Shroud. Nifty, will he be spotted? Yes, he will. Stewie taking him down. Doesn't want to stay on top of the train for too long. And now Stewie has the attention, and Shroud can try to abuse. One player in connector, but Stewie is somewhat trapped. Surely Ustillo sees the end of his gun there. Indeed, he does. Putting it in a 1 versus 2. 15 HP Stewie versus 2 players. Got the information as to where one is. But that's all the information he has. The bomb needs to be collected as well. There is a minute on the clock, so he can take it slow. Can't afford to duel, which might be part of the reason why he does that, but also perhaps he can catch a CT by outmaneuvering them. But again, the clock is not on Stewie's side. He's still moving to the left, but again, the timing's not going to work out. And it's difficult for Stewie at this point because if he unscopes, it reveals his position, potentially. He'll be aware of that. But now it's go time, 20 seconds on the clock. Again, just patiently waiting for someone to react. There's one player spotted. Where is the other? Where does he choose to plant? He's going to make a play for the B bomb site. But JKS is there in connector, and that is the end of that.
A much needed round for Renegades, but Cloud9, they have the option to try to force here. I mean, they can do pretty much anything they want. Again, it just really depends on the style of the team. Or they could go for a save, a couple players buying a little bit. Gun here, gun there, and that's looks like what they're doing. Yeah, just some deagles being purchased. And Renegades have to be cautious here. Don't want to underestimate the deagles. We get a smoke and a flash from nothing too. So I'm always happy to see that there's some utility on a round like this. Even a single flash can go so far compared to just not having anything. Can get you through that first choke point, as could a smoke.
We've seen lots of players shoulder peek, CTs shoulder picking lower B with a Molotov in their hand, and then they throw the Molotov instantly. But it's very rarely that you'll see the T's pushing when they spot the player there. That said, it's probably a risk not worth taking to try and delay the molly an extra round or two, an extra second or two rather. As if you make a mistake, that might be the round. But it's an observation nonetheless. 14-6. 50 seconds for Cloud9 to move in with these pistols. Making Renegades sweat for it. As you can see, Renegades can afford to lose any more rounds. Azza not off to a good start there. We've seen recently that's a very favourable situation for the CTs. But of course, with the mere pistols, Stewie makes it work.
The funny thing too is that he is the only player with Kevlar. Ooh, yeah, he's the only player with Kevlar, and he got tagged before actually getting the shot off. So that actually worked out that he bought the Kevlar there. had it been anyone else on the team, wouldn't have happened.
Oh my god, the damage being done by Cloud9 could end up putting them on match points at this point. Next is in a weird spot, and it just continues to get more awkward. Nifty with 10 HP and JKS. It's all on JKS now. They've got no Molotovs to flush out these Ts, and there's a flank coming in from Automatic. What do they choose to do? Time is running out.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Nothing's down. The flank, as you mentioned, is coming in. Unfortunately for Automatic, he really needed his at least one player to be alive towards the bomb. Now he's going to be so sly. And that could work. There's one. Can't connect. Shot number 2. And the defuse will be in. And Renegades will take this round. But really, losing 4 players, that's not how you want to do it.
You wonder if maybe there's some sharing of some weapons. Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 they're going to have a better buy than Renegades in this round, thanks to all the damage they did in their eco round. 2 UMPs on the CTs, and that's going to, well, we'll see if it makes a difference, the difference for Cloud9, or no difference.
Well, the A site might be the difference because, again, if Cloud9 read the situation correctly and factor in that there are UMPs in play, then they're going to get a lot of mileage out of the AK-47s in the open aim battles and the kind of at the lengths that you are dealing with, the ranges you're dealing with on the A site. It does appear like they're thinking about going for A, just a bit of delay first, seeing what they can pull off in the opening stages, what grenades they can avoid, what grenades they can burn. Stewie trying to play with Azza there, trying to outplay him. And there is a double man pop dog setup, which is oh so common at the moment.
We need AWP pop dog setups. That's what we need. You know who would go pop dog and AWP? AWP and pop dog?
JW.
Bardolph was the correct answer. JW is the second correct answer. "45 seconds. Cloud9 trying to exhaust the utility, exhaust the mines of the Renegade team. And now Nifty starting to move back towards the IV position. Obviously, he can't mount a defense towards main as well, but that would expose him to Ivy as he's on his own in that area. 28 seconds, and still there are question marks as to what Cloud9 are doing. They have not shown the bomb. Azza close to pop, just the one player towards B, and that is Nifty, taken care of by Stewie 2K.
Yeah, nice crouch peek there coming into play, and they start to dwindle the numbers of Renegades. He's still up high, is going to pick off one. In pursuit is Stewie though. He will not rest until everyone's down. He himself has all the 3 kills at the moment that the Cloud9 team have. All due to Stewie. How much else will he get? Both players, I believe, spotted coming down Pop Dog, so they know where they will be. Stewie looking for the next one. Trying to put the taps out there, seeing what they can find. There's another one. 4 kills for Stewie. And the 5th as well. The ace from Stewie 2K.
Was he on the ladder? It looked like he took a step up the ladder and then just killed the guy on top of the ladder. That's how it seems to me.
I know not.
Stewie has decided that he will take over the game and put Cloud9 on match point. That's as much as we can say about that one. Goes from strength to strength, that player. Again, just I will never forget the ire when he joined Cloud9 in the first place. And now he shows us what he can do in North America. And it is quite devastating indeed.
You can see why people would tilt playing against him.
It's even better, just makes you stronger.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a very explosive player. He's a very quick thinker. He's got very good intuition in the in-fight scenarios. JKS trying to scrap together what he can, as will Nexa and the rest of Renegades, but they are outgunned and now outnumbered in what could be the last round of the first map between these two teams. Cloud9 looking really good at the moment. They haven't really let Renegades have a seat at the table on train. Now, good investigation from Stewie. There's lots of time to play with. And he very well could either flank a player or catch somebody off guard. Although he will hear some footsteps now, I believe. If he's looking for it. Spray is good. And that just leaves now Nifty. And they know that the B bomb site should be clean. The bomb is making its way from Pop Dog towards B. Yes, it is indeed. Nifty heavily out of position, and now finally fragged.